People online called me gay or bi. This is when I wanted to know the reason why tomboys were attractive. They say that we are attracted to tomboys because we are secretly attracted to men, and that tomboys remind us of them. They are wrong. Yes, myself and many other straight men out there agree with the thought that tomboys are attractive. And the main question remains, why? The females I spoke to about this were very surprised. I think it added to the confusion already caused by the beauty and cosmetic industry. Let me tackle that issue a bit before I get into the topic of tomboys. The estimated revenue for the beauty and cosmetic industry for 2020, by the time I was writing the script, was about $50 billion in the United States alone, and $500 billion worldwide. So there's a reason why they want women out there to remain confused. Money. You pay $100 for lipstick, for the hope that you too can look like the photoshopped models and celebrities up there on the billboards. What shade of makeup to use to make you look natural, what eyeshadow brings out your eyes the most, and so on. Let's not forget cosmetic surgery. Nose jobs, Botox, fillers, stretching, liposuction, brow lifts, forehead lifts, fat transfers, tummy tucks, silicone and different body part implants, and of course, the Hollywood smile, so you can look like your favorite Hollywood celeb. All of this was created to fill women and men with self-doubt, to keep them spending their money to reach an imaginary state or image that was never real in the first place. And after that, many of you end up looking like some part human, part alien, part cyborg creature whose origins no one has a clue about. Yeah.
I'll be back.
Another question that comes up is, what do these people do with the old pictures on their photo IDs and passports? Now that I got that off my chest, I want to come back to the original subject, tomboys. Different people will describe a tomboy as different things. By definition, a tomboy is a girl who enjoys activities and behavior traditionally associated with boys. Historically, it began with young girls exhibiting behavior like physical exercise and not wearing sensible clothes. It also included them eating a wholesome diet. This opposed the popular feminine code of conduct that limited women's physical movement. If you want to know the history of feminism, you can look it up yourself. I'm not getting into that. Where I'm from, we call tomboys Hassan Subby, which means boy-like. The main reason I believe we find tomboys attractive is that they are more natural. There's something pure about their natural beauty. To prove my point, most men would say that they prefer a woman with no makeup or no plastic surgery because it's, well, natural or natural looking. And that little child inside these men spend a lot of time fantasizing about their perfect woman, her face, body, hair, and even voice or smell. This is as far as the physical appearance goes. When it comes to her behavior, men would like a woman who doesn't take forever to get ready before going out, and who isn't fussy about every little single detail about her or anyone else's appearance. Someone who is easygoing. Someone who doesn't jump up screeching every time they see a cockroach or any other small creature. And someone who's not afraid to get a little dirt on them. And someone who doesn't make them walk on eggshells all the time. Someone practical. A tomboy would fit these categories, whether she is real or from fantasy. For people who don't understand my point yet, tomboys are feminine in their own way, if that makes any sense. A good example for me in Hollywood was Sandra Bullock and Rene Russo in the 90s. I hope I'm not contradicting myself by mentioning Hollywood as a good example, but here we have two actresses that are very attractive and feminine in nature, while at the same time didn't mind getting their hands dirty and kicking ass. Now, I don't know these ladies in real life, I'm just talking about the characters on screen. Speaking of the 90s, there was a trend where young women wore baggy clothes, like men. I remember getting into so many fights with my sisters borrowing my shirts. They were those angry moments. What I'm trying to say here is that in the 90s, being a tomboy was a good look for women. Now that I'm going on about this topic, it's raising a lot of questions in my mind. Like, what is real beauty? Is it in the eye of the beholder? Is it in the body and physical appearance? Or is it in character? Or is big beautiful? I guess it means different things to different people. But how do men generally choose a woman? I get asked a lot from younger guys about how to choose the right girl. I ask them 3 questions. 1. Can you see her as the mother of your children? 2. Would she be right for your best friend? If yes, why? Here, they would list the girl's most positive traits. The 3rd question would be, would you be proud of her, taking her with you everywhere you go? If the answer was yes to all of these questions, then they would have their soulmate right there. I think that adds a deeper look into what's intriguing about women. And in my opinion, that's the best way for a man to choose the right woman for him, for the right reasons. The reason I mention this is that I'm trying to go against psychological behavior that might not be necessarily right for us. Psychologically, we tend to be attracted to partners similar to our parents, whether we are male or female. This behavior is called the attachment theory. And I'll just throw another wild thought out there. Could my generation be attracted to tomboys because they are similar to our moms, who are from the baby boomer generation? This generation was much tougher than us today. Could it be that tomboys remind us of our moms? Is Sigmund Freud right? I have absolutely no idea. I'm probably adding more confusion to women watching this by now, because I'm not saying exactly what men want. Well, I don't represent all men, therefore I cannot speak on their behalf. And I'm already taken, so you have no chance here. I'm just saying. My wife is probably a typical girly girl. I find her attractive the most when I know she has my back, or when she sees me at my weakest and worst, and still sticks around, and loves me even more. Those are the tomboy qualities I'm talking about. The qualities we look for in our male friends. The bonding we can find nowhere else. Well, I guess I have many of those qualities with me here at home. I just had to look harder. Maybe this is what happens when you get older. So what I mean is that a tomboy or Hassan Subby is attractive because she's not only feminine, she's also similar to us men in so many ways, which means we have more in common. Your typical feminine girly girl is still extremely attractive for what she doesn't have in common with men. Men are usually rough and rugged. So when we see a soft, gentle, delicate, and beautiful creature from the opposite sex, of course we will be attracted to her. And let me add some things about her behavior. The catwalk, gently biting her lip or fingernail. Her small giggles. And throwing her hair back. These are behaviors that have men go gaga, even if they do prefer tomboys. Another point, for us men who claim to be simple and who insist on saying that we have simple needs, my question is, are we so? We say we want a girl who is feminine yet masculine. We support International Women's Day, March 8th by the way, and we encourage the idea of a strong independent woman on social media. Yet, our precious alpha egos get hurt once the women in our lives try to challenge us. Let me go further with this. We want a woman who's smart but not smarter than us, who's strong but not stronger than us, who knows how to handle herself as long as she's still dependent on us. We want her to be less emotional, but love us like crazy. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We want a woman who's good with directions and who will stay young and beautiful forever. Come on guys, we are not the simple creatures we claim to be. In men's defense, I believe most men I know will date anything with a pulse. Sometimes that's optional. I'm so sorry if my ideas and thoughts sound like they're scattered all over the place. This is not my usual habit. I guess this is the effect women have on me. I made this video in response to all women throughout the years who were wondering why we find tomboys attractive. I hope this answers some questions. Does it? I don't know. This is all I have to say about the subject right now. I would love to hear what you think about tomboys. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, please check out my Patreon link below. I need all the support I can get.